Since Taylor Swift's endorsement of Kamala Harris, a bunch of other celebrities have rushed to give their endorsement as well. And interestingly, Taylor Swift's post endorsing Kamala led directly to over 337,000 people visiting her link to vote.gov to register. We don't know exactly how many actually did register, but the traffic is insane. And it is impressive, and it should tell you celebrity endorsements, especially this one, they are impactful. It's not, for good reasons, but they do impact people's decisions. Now, Aubrey Plaza has followed suit, joining the ranks of the childless cat ladies. She posted a picture of herself with her cat.
Stevie Nicks, I think we all knew that was coming.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks posted a picture with her dog, saying, "As my friend Taylor Swift so eloquently stated, now is the time to research and choose the candidate that speaks to you and your beliefs. Only 54 days left until the election. Make sure you are registered to vote.
Wait, let me guess.
Vote in this election may be one of the most important things you ever do."
There it was. I was going to say, let me guess. It's
now
the
more
most
than
important.
Ever, you guys. Now
it's the
more
most
than ever.
important election of all time.
Calls herself Stevie Nicks childless dog lady in that caption.
Well, she's childless because she had an abortion and she never got pregnant again after that.
Right.
Or perhaps she had more abortion.
Well, abortion was kind of the focal point issue in Taylor Swift's caption.
This is where my ability to compartmentalize celebrities' stupid sayings with their work helps, because they can never make me hate Aubrey Plaza. You just can't. I'm sorry.
Really?
I can't hate Aubrey Plaza.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
She was
in Parks and Rec, right?
I just can't. I can't hate Aubrey Plaza.
Is that the one who was like really sardonic?
Yes.
Yeah, she's funny.
I can't hate Aubrey Plaza.
She's with the grumpy cat in that photo.
Even the photo is funny.
The
cat looks so grumpy.
Do you think this convinced anyone to vote for Kamala?
Oh, that is a great cat.
It is a great cat.
On.
It's not our cute of the day, though. Katy
Well,
Perry also made a
not
showing.
The cute of the day. Definitely not the cute of the day is Stevie Nicks' dog.
No.
Oh no, her dog is unsightly. Katy Perry also made a showing wearing the iconic camo hat from the Kamala campaign. They're trying to commandeer the aesthetics of the South with that, and she showed her support for the campaign
a big one here
as well. That was before the VMAs, I believe.
Yeah.
You know what all this shows me is like she probably wears Carhartt too.
But it's weird because she voted for Rick Caruso in California, a Republican.
Yep.
So people were confused about her political stances, and now she's made her stance very clear.
I think if it was a female, well, who was the other candidate in California when she was running, or when she was?
I don't remember the other candidate's name.
I was like, maybe she just votes on gendered lines when it's available, but I think it might have been a woman.
No,
it was a woman.
It was a male.
No, that he was running against.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, she voted Rick Caruso, so a lot of people were mad at her for that. In fact, she posted a selfie from the voting booth, which I think is illegal. But
yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, no one stopped her. But on the other hand, it's interesting to see the gender stratification here, both among normies and celebrities. The political pressure against celebrities to make endorsements right now is absolutely insane, and it seems like only the male celebrities are resisting it effectively. Patrick Mahomes was asked about his endorsement, and he has repeatedly refused to endorse anyone and said that it's not his place. And he's not interested in it.
He probably likes Trump.
Of course, yeah. Given that his wife is outspokenly pro-Trump, you would assume so.
And she's also pro-RFK Jr. She was posting about, Make America Healthy Again the other day, which I think is a really, that's one thing I really respect about RFK's whole thing is the food that we end up with at our grocery stores is disgusting.
This is such a memeable picture.
The non-fresh stuff.
He looks.
It's the meme of the guy with his hands on his hips at the basketball game in the vest. That's this. It's like me when somebody tells me who I need to vote for.
His smile and optimism gone.
But you also see so much in the polls that men are flocking towards Trump. So you see that in a lot of cases too, which may be why you're not seeing a lot of celebs do that, because we hear from celebs all the time that like they don't feel comfortable saying that they support Trump or conservatives in Hollywood. There's whole secret societies in Hollywood of performers and entertainers who secretly are Republican and won't say it up front, and they have like these backroom dinners. You know
The
what I
ones
mean?
who shoot at Terran Tactical.
Yeah, they have that. They have
their
it in New York,
hangout.
too.
It's really funny. I've been watching this old reality, the only reality TV show I've ever watched. It's called Top Shot. It's like it's a reality show about marksmanship. And the dude from Terran Tactile's in the show, like as like a guest.
Yeah. It's like
not a competitor, but he's like one of the people who helps with certain challenges that they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Clay Travis posted this clip of Patrick Mahomes saying he doesn't believe in endorsing political candidates, gets along with everyone regardless of their opinions. Good for him. This is Michael Jordan era politics.
Yeah, Republicans buy sneakers too.
So let's take a look at that statement that he gave.
Family again today on Fox News.
It's not on the screen.
I just wonder what your reaction is to seeing that.
Yeah, I think I've always said I don't want my place and my platform to be used to endorse a candidate or do whatever. Either way, I think my place is to inform people to get registered to vote. It's to inform people to do their own research and then make their best decision for them and their family. And so I think that's every time I'm on this stage and I get asked these questions, I'm going to refer back to that because I think that's what makes America so great.
I think it was
like if I was like I almost say that that doesn't even need to be your place. Your place is to like do your job, and if people ask the question, be like, no comment. Like you don't even have to say that. Right?
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to make the whole, because we had the whole conversation the other day about how it's like when celebrities tell you to register to vote, it tends to mean exactly one thing, and we all know that means vote blue no matter what. I'd say like it's not even your job to do that. Otherwise, you're just 2 sentences away from talking about our democracy, and I just want to roll my eyes and throw up.
And they pressed him further.
But when you were at the U.S. Open this past weekend, and you guys were there with Taylor and Travis, I mean, is that an important image to show that, you know, people who may have different philosophies can...
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always, even dating back, I think if you've seen my history, I've grown up with people from every aspect of life and every background. And I think the best thing about a football locker room and kind of how I've grown up in baseball locker rooms, everything about that is people can come together and achieve something and achieve a common goal. And I think if we can, I mean, we talked about it a while back, but I think if we can do that as a nation, I think we can get the best out of each other. And so I think that's something that I do every single day. And whenever I'm hanging out with whoever, I'm not thinking about their political views or anything like that. I'm thinking about the people and how they treat other people. And I was with a lot of great people this weekend.
So there were some interesting comments going around when they were talking about this part of it, where people were saying that who you vote for does indicate how you treat other people. What they're missing is he's talking about how you treat other people in the physical world right in front of you, not what your voting says about how you feel about people you'll never meet. Right? And he's right in that it's funny that women are the ones who tend to talk about or who believe in consensus building and teamwork and working together, but professional male athletes have to do that every day as a matter of course. And there's a goal at the end of the year beyond just saving our democracy, which is an innocuous term that doesn't mean anything.
No,
they
it
have a
means
set
nothing.
goal that they want to achieve every year. In his case, it's win the Super Bowl. For a baseball player, it's to win the World Series. And that is very different, and it does force you to actually put certain differences aside to be able to work with people. That isn't always easy. There's a reason why they talk about how athletes who have behavioral problems, who even if they're as good, even if they're better than everybody else at the game, can poison the locker room and cause problems, right? So that's actual consensus building around a common goal, not we all have to agree on the same thing and fall in line.
Just guys being dudes. What's better than this? And also, Usher was on The View recently and had Joy Behar hounding him to make a political endorsement on air. He refused to do so as well.
Here we go.
I think that that in this emergency that we're in, I think that behooves artists to come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump, because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics. I didn't get a chance to watch the debate last night. I obviously have been watching like everybody else. I think voting is an individual choice. And I think that you're right. You have to look at the reality of the country that we are and the country that we want to be, and find the candidate that you feel both who fits the category of where we want to be. And that's it. And that's what you vote based off of. Who you highlight and how you choose to highlight it on whatever platform you have is your prerogative.
Yes. Yeah.
That look at the end where they were waiting for him to say more.
Yeah, they're like, so Kamala, right?
So
I mean,
that
they
means we're
wanted
voting
him
for
to
Kamala,
say, like,
right?
that being said, I choose my vote for,
Yeah. But, bravo.
This
Don't
also-
give them what they want.
The Rock did this a couple months ago, where he said he's like, I endorsed Biden last time. I'm not going to do that this time. Like it's between you and the ballot box.
Mark Zuckerberg said he wasn't going to be raising money for Democrats.
Yep.
I think one thing too is
Well, the damage is done there, Mark.
Yeah. I think for a lot of people who are, I think it might be possible that even if they're not pro-Trump, they see what kind of damage the Democrats have done over the past few years, both with the lies that they've been telling, which have been substantially monstrous. Even on the debate stage the other night, there were a lot of lies being told by Kamala Harris. There was absolutely no fact checking done of that. Things that Trump said that were true were fact checked, so that was obviously ridiculous. So I think that you could be a celebrity who's not in favor of Trump, but also be incredibly disillusioned with the Democrat Party.
I think for most of it, I think because of the field we work in, we take for granted how much information we consume on these topics. And for the average celebrity, it's more that to be uninformed and say that you're going to vote for Kamala or for Biden in 2020 or Hillary in 2016 was more advantageous to your career than doing so would be
And
now.
now it isn't.
Now it isn't. So pleading ignorance and saying, and you've got a great out. You say, you do what people have been saying for decades before recently, which is that, it's between you and the ballot box, and figure it out for yourself. Make the choice for what's right for you and your family. What I would have liked one of them to say is like, look, as a celebrity, I am extremely wealthy. I have a lot of, I have a lot of resources. The things that I would vote for fundamentally may look different than the things that someone in a flyover state would choose to vote for. There was a funny post that somebody made that said it's the picture of the guy sweating as he's going to hit the button, and it's like, does Taylor Swift endorse Trump and lose 20% of her money now, or does she vote for Kamala and lose a bunch of money in unrealized gains down the line? Either way, you lose.
I don't think she would have actually taken that big of a hit for supporting Trump.
You don't think
That's my
you
unpopular
don't think
opinion.
that Taylor Swift would have?
In the court of public opinion, yes. I don't think she would actually lose that much money.
Well, plus there's
I
a
think
third
she'd
option.
be fine with her fans. I don't think her fans would mind at all.
I
think a lot of her fans would be mad, but they wouldn't stop
I
streaming
don't think
her
they would
music.
necessarily stop listening to her music.
They would still buy her concert tickets and her merch. Eventually, everyone just forgets their outrage.
Well, also,
I don't think she would have actually taken that big of a hit.
that meme has the unanswered third option, which is just to not endorse anyone at all.
Which
Right.
is
Right, but
I was getting excited at the possibility that she wouldn't endorse anyone, and if Biden hadn't dropped out, I believe that's what she would have done.
yes, I do think she would have taken a hit. I think she would have taken a really big hit with her music. I do. I can't.
I guess
prove
we'll
that,
never
obviously.
know.
We'll never
I
know.
mean, I did this little report. I talked to a bunch of Swifties for Trump.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they were really interesting. And they were like,
Interesting.
listen, and some of them said, on the one hand, we know her politics. We're not interested in her politics. We like her music, and we're perfectly capable of making our own decisions. And other ones were like, it took me a long time to come around when I realized what her politics were and like that. But they all were perfectly happy to listen to her music, even if they thought that she didn't agree with them.
yeah.
Yeah, but she's built a fan base that's got a lot to do with diehards and lore and deep knowledge of her and her beliefs that I think she would lose a lot of.
And not just her
support on.
beliefs, but like they have a belief in her interior life. Like they're very dedicated to Taylor Swift the person.
Yeah,
They
and
attack
that's what they were
the-
saying. And they were
Yeah.
saying that for years she's had this whole like, why hasn't this happened for me? I'd like to be a mother and have a family. They were pointing out all of these contradictions between what they perceive to be her personal views and her political perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, we'll never know. Like,
We'll never know, and I do believe she is sincere in her political views. I don't think she's just saying it for clout. She is genuinely ideologically left wing, but you can't deny that. First of all, it does benefit her specifically to voice that at the exact moment. It's going to trend the most.
So what she does is she says all this, and then she goes, just don't actually do that unrealized gains thing, huh? Or give me time to move that money offshore.
It does seem coordinated when you look at the timing. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it looks coordinated where, Kamala's disappointing performance in the debate doesn't matter so much if the news cycle gets taken over by Taylor Swift's endorsement within hours.
Yeah,
nobody's
Kamala
talking
Harris
about her.
was so miserable at that debate, how she just couldn't answer any question, and she was so smug.
And doesn't have the excuse of being senile.
No, it doesn't have any excuses at all, and doesn't even have the excuse of I'm new to politics, because she's been in the White House for 3.5 years.
Also, I do encourage everyone to separate the art from the artist. I don't care how stupid someone's opinions are. If they made great art that you really, really like, that moved you, I urge you to not, deprive yourself of that just because they disagree with you, because all it is the unfortunate pitfalls of the modern age.
Phil Labonte is going to be streaming Taylor Swift.
He will, no matter what.
With no, not a care in the world.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.